Okay guys, welcome back to the STPL. I'm Kix, joining me is Rapid, and we're about to head into game number 3 between Valhalla team and aSh. It's Jaxx versus Irradiar.
Yeah, fan of Irradiar. Talked to this guy a lot before. He's he's like South American Kicks in a lot of ways.
South American Kicks. Why would that be?
He's like if Kicks was wearing like a sombrero. That's what Irradiar would be.
So why is that? Just out of interest, I don't know Irradiar too much, so...
Oh, he's just another big Spanish or South American foreign language broadcaster. There we go. Whew.
That was some big words. I mean, I can't imagine you making those words at like 6, 7 a.m. So casting at this time is definitely a benefit.
It's only 1 a.m. so I can still work on all of that. But yeah, hashtag big fan of him. So he's playing against a player I've never seen before in my entire life, so I have no idea what to expect here.
Yeah, Irradiar unfortunately lost both of his games. Both of them were TBTs, and he's going to be in a TBT here against Jaxx. Now Jaxx hasn't played a TBT, he has won one, lost one. So let's see exactly how he's going to be doing. It's going to be a TBT on a 2-player map, so shouldn't be super long. We're not going to see any really drawn out split map situations where both players have 6 gas. But we could still see a map split here. Benzene very, very good for it. This is possibly going to be our final game of tonight as well. I say tonight, it's only the afternoon for me as well, so this is weird. But either way, it's Valhalla team's Irradiar versus aSh's Jaxx. Let's get started with game number 4. Okay, and starting us off here in the top right-hand position, we do have in the blue, fighting for Valhalla team, it's their captain, it's Irradiar.
That's right, and on the other side, in the, I don't know, opaque, peach, human skin-colored, I don't know, whatever
Cream.
you want to call this. Yeah, cream, there we go. Maybe it's like cream with the accent over the final E, something like that. This is aSh Jaxx. Okay.
Oh, it's a PBT. Everything I said is wrong. I guess he race picks. I didn't actually know. So let's fix his race on the overlay, and life will go on as normal. You can see that in one click, everything is sorted. A PBT rather than a TBT. That's going to be a little bit more exciting for people who don't like the TBT matchup. But if you don't like the TBT matchup, there are plenty of good TBTs in the STPL for you to be watching over on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/STPLTV. If you have a look at some of those, maybe your opinion will change on TBT, but if not, you can always watch the other games as well. There are games from every single matchup up there, minus random, so...
So now that Kix is, I don't know, unstuck everything, we can actually have a game of StarCraft.
Yeah.
Congratulations. It's also not a weird one, so we didn't actually miss all that much. So crisis averted, Kix. We can still have the STPL.
We can indeed. No, it's going to be Gateway gas for Jaxx, and a barracks first with a gas or Irradiar. So I mean, this is quite possibly the most standard openings you could ever hope for.
Yeah. I don't know you could get more standard than this other than like fast expands on both sides, but yeah, this is going to be, I guess, hard to really imagine anything crazy happening at this point unless we see another PVT cannon rush. I hope that never happens again, but yeah. This of course looks much more standard. There's no gas for this probe to steal. It can still man our pylon. Maybe that's what he's going in here for.
Even then, Mana Pylon isn't really too impactful, I would say, this early in the game. It's more impactful if you get the gas steal as well. Without it, it's kind of like, okay, well, they've still got their gas, they're still going to be able to get a very fast factory, regardless of how much minerals you block. So the probe is going to be stuck in the base, it looks like, or he's choosing to stay there. But obviously he's now going to be trapped inside with the Marine, so he's going to have to be very, very careful with that probe. Meanwhile, we got the SCV in the base of Jaxx. Going to be scouting that it is 1 gate range. And that just means that Irradiar should be feeling quite safe to take his expansion, to not worry too much about a major amount of Dragoons or anything like that.
Yeah, I guess this is basically the biggest thing to worry about is if you're getting cheesed at this point. So he's not at all. He also doesn't have to worry about anything. Both players are really being vigilant this game about scouting for like weird things being built in crazy locations. I think they've so I think that it maybe not a reaction to our previous games, as obviously these are not being broadcast live, but I'm glad that we're not going to see anything like whatever that previous game was. Oh,
yeah,
sorry, I'm still having trouble getting that out of my head.
Yeah, Irradiar is actually sending his Marines all over the place as well. He doesn't want to give up scouting. He's even checking the top left with his SUV. He just wants to make sure that he doesn't die to a proxy, because he didn't really see too much in the main. Unfortunately, he didn't see this Nexus going down either. So he's still playing relatively in the dark. Now, the SUV is going to be able to go back. The Dragoon, unfortunately, did leave that alive. So he is eventually going to see this this Nexus coming up, but behind this he's going into a starport rather than actually going for anything too crazy. So, well, before going for a command center, which is very weird, but he is going to go into mines, siege tank, and a starport for a dropship.
The versus Protoss 111 kicks.
It's definitely
delicious.
a thing. I've seen it before. Fancy did it a few times back in the day, so did Kanata and Sack. But unfortunately, it doesn't give you the same kind of power that that expansion does early on. But due to the lack of gateways, due to the lack of tech in this Nexus, maybe this could do a little bit more than what he's hoping for, or what he was expecting. There is going to be a robo coming in, that's likely going to be for an observatory, but we could still see a shuttle coming in behind this as well. And Irradiar is going to eventually be able to get his command center up as natural.
So it's not going to be like anything crazy off one base. We're not going to have like another factory be thrown down. Like everything just goes totally out the window. He is going to have an expo, and same thing on the other side, although aSh isn't mining from his yet. He's main-arted a Dragoon over to his Nexus. I don't know if that's how that works.
I don't know why that made me laugh, even though I should have done. But the Vulture going to be scouted by the probe. Has laid all its mines though, so even if this dies, it's achieved what it needed to achieve. The probe gonna still get in and scout though. Now, is he gonna be able to see that there's no command center? No, gets caught off just in time. The Vulture goes down immediately. And now we're just waiting to see exactly what this dropship is going to be able to achieve. He picks up the Marines and the tank, and he's going to send that westward.
Yep, there they go. I don't think there's going to be anything too much to stop this. Not even a scouting pylon, and because it's the high ground, you can actually run your dropship all the way into the main without it being seen.
Yeah, and if you lay mines behind that as well, it makes it very, very difficult to actually push in on this. Now, Jaxx, unfortunately, is just out of range with his Dragoons, doesn't quite manage to see it, but he is going to see that there is a Vulture up here. No, he's not actually, it's just out of range.
Oh my gosh.
This is a very interesting drop. Now, the trouble is, does he have siege mode? Yeah, I did see Mines research, but did he go for siege mode? You would hope he did, but you can never be too sure. There we go, siege mode is up. There is a pylon up here to scout for this, but he is going to lose at least one probe and possibly take some damage on the Nexus as well. And the mines...
starting to take that damage, but yeah, the
mines
are really going to be the kicker. Oh my god, that's the sickest mine. Every single one of those Dragoons could die to one more mine.
Oh my god, a
even the Marines on the high ground could take it out.
Oh,
no,
he needs to drop the Reba!
Kill the shuttle with the Marines. Oh, where's the Scarab Shuttle? It kills every single Marine. Ah, heartbreaking.
Oh, but there's two Vultures in the main. Dropship comes in, ferries them over, getting a lot of probe kills actually. This
what am I watching?
You're watching peak Terran harass here. This is
you may not like it, but this is what it looks like. Ooh.
Exactly. Now there is still a Vulture in the main. The Reaver forced back at home. Is going to take down this Vulture finally, but not without losing 6 probes. The 3 more Vultures on the way. The tank is still alive. It's still shelling down on this Nexus, and with more and more Vultures coming up, he's dropping mines where the Dragoons really need to get to. And the Vultures are on top of the probes as well.
Kix, this is bad.
Yeah,
this is not good. Damn. I didn't expect us to get to this point, but finally that tank is cleaned up by the Zealot.
Yeah, now the one problem is Irradiar, his SCV production was a little bit lax at points. He is going up to 5 factories already, maybe 4. Looks like he cancelled that last one. He's got his armory ready, but he still doesn't have that much defense against any Shuttle Reaver shenanigans. So he doesn't. Oh my god, mines actually went down on the Dragoons at the front, killing 3 of them.
What? Oh. No! I love it! This is, peak TVP.
Now this Reaver finally back up in the Shuttle Reaver speed. Shuttle speed has not been researched just yet, so gonna take a little bit to go across, but there's still no anti-air. There's finally 3 Goliaths coming in. They're obviously only going to be able to stop 1 location, but it looks like he's still not done. He's kept the dropship alive, and this is the big important moment in this game. He's going to pick the vultures up, send them around the map back into the main, and force the Protoss to be the one who's on the defense. Give himself the initiative. It's not often you see TVP played like this, but it's my favorite style of TVP, and this is why. Oh, there's a
you just like watching things burn?
Yeah, I like watching things die, especially probes.
Okay. Well, here we go. We're gonna have another drop. This is triple vultures coming down the bottom, southern pathway. Is there an an observer there? Yeah. Okay, so he does have an observer that might see that, unless he perfectly paths the dropship around it, right outside of vision range.
What the heck? How the hell did he manage that? Okay, this is next level.
I don't know about this one, Kicks. He mines the top of the ramp and is going to get back in here for more bonus kills. He's going to have to deal with the Reaver, though, so maybe he should have gone to the natural, but he's still almost outrunning the Reaver, getting lots of probe kills. Oh my god.
And these Scarabs going to bug out as well.
Yeah. Not the biggest Scarab bugs, but, you know, I guess... Scarabs are bugs, aren't they? Oh, no, they're insects. Isn't there a subtle difference? I don't know. I didn't watch enough Masked Rider growing up to know the difference between bugs and insects.
Oh my god, that reference.
You know, the pilot for that advertisement said, "What do kids like more than bugs? Giant bugs." And then they go in to talk about the actual, you know, Kamen Rider pitch for American audiences, which is like this huge archetype trope in Japan. But they literally just said, "Hey, we have bugs in America," because that's how dumb they thought the audience was going to be. Sad but true.
Oh man, yeah. Given the fact that Kamen Rider spawned pretty much like a massive genre of its own, Super Sentai, it's kind of crazy. That and Ultraman, but Ultraman and Kamen Rider both tried to come to the US, had a very weird pilot, and never took off. So. Oh well, we're going to have an observer checking for this dropship. Oh my god, Irradiar's not going to be this lucky this time. The Dragoon's immediately taken that down.
Yeah, he's like, you only get away with this one time! And he picks it off. Also, the observer seeing the route that the vultures are taking to the third base is going to mean that the army should be able to move up just in time to intercept them.
Yep, now we're going to see a pylon wall coming up here from Jaxx above the third base. Wants to make sure that nothing too crazy goes on there, but there is a single mine on the ramp, which is going to get taken down. The funny thing is that Stella is still not broken through all those power generators. just proving how powerful stacked buildings are in this game. Oh my god,
yeah.
The Dragoon's getting very dangerously close. 2 mines. 1 mine does go off.
One goes off. Oh, he picks off the second mine. Like, he has an observer here. Just send it out in front of your army.
Yeah, it's really hard to do that though. Like,
I know.
Yeah, if you group it with the same units, I tried playing PvT the first time ever the other day, and it's not as easy as it looks, I'm not gonna lie. Well, maybe it's because I've never played Protoss before, that's probably the reason, but... Oh, mines going down on top of these units, on top of the ramp. The power generator is still up, not that it matters too much. I mean, if anything, it's better for him to keep that alive.
I'm glad you keep track of this, Kix. I would not be as vigilant. But, like, meanwhile, back at home, a few moments later, there's this huge mech army getting just waiting, getting ready to push out across the map, and there's nothing but Dragoons in its way.
Yeah, now +1 attack stun, +1 armor on the way. Science Sicily is finished. So he is going to be able to go into that 2-1 fairly soon. But it looks like rather than punish all the damage he's done, he's going to give Jaxx a chance to come back. He's going to build his third command center, which is a lot later than the Nexus, so not exactly the best choice there. It's a little bit hard to tell though when you need to push. I mean, he's going to scan... I don't even know what he actually scanned though. He scanned the observer. So he is going to take that down. And that's going to allow him to maybe take a fourth base as well.
Okay, sick. Well, life goes on. And I thought we were going to see him push across the map and just like absolutely raffle stomp Jaxx's pitiful army out front. But he is going to play a lot more defensively. And I think for Irradiar, this is the correct call. Because I guess it's kind of a luxury to be able to get up a third base by now. So he's going to play more defensively. But just like look at how much mech he has. Like at this point, like he's got to start mining up his main. Because that's a big way to lose. But I think with the scan information that he's gotten, he knows that there's no Arbiter tech out.
Yeah, it's still no Arbiter tech. I mean, he is going to be facing against Storm, so does need to be careful. Kadar and Amulet even coming in here to give the Templar a little bit more energy. And I mean, he is starting to flood gateways behind this as well. That's going to be 9 gateways for him now. He is still only on 3 mineral bases though. He doesn't have 3 gas just yet. So this mech force is going to be fairly powerful.
Yeah, I mean, now that you mention it, that is just that is he's strong enough defense, surely, but what is there from the Protoss to stop this? Like you mentioned Storm, right? But he only has 3 High Templar.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not about the money, the amount even. It's about how you use them. If Irradiar comes everything, then all of a sudden this engagement goes in favor of him. Now, when you look back historically at Brood War, you have players like Kingdom, players like Jangbi, who are the real kings of using Storm in PvT, and somehow, like, especially Jangbi, you'd watch his engagements, he'd run in, and you'd think, how are you ever going to win this engagement? Suddenly, 8 Storms blanket everything, and he's won the engagement. Whether or not we're going to see that from Jaxx here is yet to be beholden, but still... Fairly good usage of everything. 1-1 is actually finished now. We are going to see 2-2 on the way now for Irradiar, so the longer this game goes on, the stronger his mech is going to be. And he's going to go for a fourth base.
And it's just going to be harder and harder and harder for aSh Jaxx to deal with this. I mean, let's just we talk about this. We had a somewhat difficult time getting to the 4th base, but we're on it. And this is a Terran with just as many bases up as the Protoss, and you just, oh man, you just never want to see this. So I don't even know how you lose from here. I mean, unless you just get your bases picked off one by one, or there's some huge recall. aSh Jaxx is built almost exclusively Zealots. Like he just has maybe, what is this, so that's 10, 20, he's got maybe 40 Zealots.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's just quite a few. And they also only have +1, so...
+2 is about to finish, so you said that.
Okay, alright. Yeah.
Oh well.
Nice.
It's all good. But yeah, there's very few Dragoons here, making use of that mineral-only base to get a Zealot count high enough as possible. There's not actually that many mines out on the map, not any mines out in front of the army. And this isn't that many tanks, so maybe a Zealot-focused army is going to be what's going to barrel his way through here. He's going to have Storms as well. Storms obviously clearing Vultures very, very quickly. He's going to have 3 Storms per High Templar very shortly. And if he can make proper usage of those, that's going to be an engagement that Irradiar is going to struggle a lot with, even with 2-2 upgrades when they come in.
I mean, this is just... there's a perfect Storm, no pun intended, where aSh Jaxx holds and does pretty well here. Man, especially if these double ramps are involved, it's just not going to be that easy. Now, obviously, if Irradiar gets 2 overzealous and pushes across these ramps, he could get segmented and then flooded with zealots, and that would obviously be a pretty rough one. But I think he's just going to get down here at just the right time, in a perfect position, with the vultures buffering for his tanks. Here's the big siege, and oh, just look at the zealots mow through the vultures, but then eventually just explode. The splash damage is unreal, and no matter how many storms you have behind this, it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing Jaxx has going for him is he does have 4 bases, but you can see that engagement did not go in the way of Jaxx whatsoever. So many tanks still left over, so many vultures even. 2-2 just about finished up there. The Dragoon's going to try and jump in to take a couple of extra units out where they can. And this is the kind of moves he needs to make. He is behind in supply now. There is a Stargate now with Arbiter Tech, so that's something. There's actually double Stargate, but this has been scanned as well, and all of the gateway units from Jaxx have gone down.
My lands. What a powerful race to be able to play in StarCraft Brood War kicks.
Yeah, Terran is pretty strong. But
well, all I'm trying to say is, like, if you let this guy get 3-4 bases uncontested, you're just gonna have a bad time regardless. Now there is a DT in here, but he actually gets killed by nascent splash damage.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the right usage of that word?
I don't even know what that word is, I'm just agreeing.
Nascent, just coming into existence and beginning to display signs of future potential. Not quite, but we'll take it, okay?
What we will. Now it looks like we're going to have Irradiar pushing into the third base. Zealots coming up again. Maybe the Zealots didn't work before. Are they going to work this time? +2 attack is finally done on these Protoss units, but he's up against 2-2. And Jaxx is going to find himself completely cut off from his third and fourth bases right now. More and more Zealots running in. He's not even waiting for an Arbiter. He's just trying to clear his way through. Irradiar with great reinforcements coming in from all over the map right now. And it looks like Irradiar may have done it. It looks like he's broken his way through.
Yeah, I think this is finally do it. You're segmenting the top 2 bases from the bottom 2, so even if he can't really just, hold right here, he'd be able to just cripple the economy. So GG, that's going to do it, and Irradiar will take this 3rd game for Valhalla's team. Wait, this is the 2nd or 3rd?
It was the 3rd game. Definitely the 3rd game.
Okay.
And it is, in fact, the final game as well, because there was a walkover. I'm not entirely sure who that walkover was for, so I'll fix that after the cast. But it's well and good. Unfortunately, our STPL journey has come to an end today. It's been a long journey, the longest we've ever done. But it's been pretty fun nonetheless. Just quickly go through the match history. Just have a look at exactly what's been going on. And apparently, I didn't... Okay, well, I didn't save one of the games. So, either way, just going through very quickly. Basically, if we have a look at the lineups, we saw Herbie take down Dates. Wait, was it Herbie that played?
It was not Herbie.
It was not Herbie. Oh boy.
Oh, Kix.
Okay.
It's okay. You can actually. So here's how you play this, Kix. Right? You say, "Hey guys, I can't show you the results right now, but if you'd like to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/STPLTV, I'll be tweeting the updated results immediately following tonight's broadcast."
That would be a very good way of doing it. As he said, it was Dates versus Black Sun on Plasma. But either way, a 3-0 victory for Valhalla team. That's going to take us halfway through week number 5. Week number 5 cast will continue on another day. We've been casting now for, I believe, 5 hours, I think.
Has it really been 5 hours?
It doesn't feel like it, but I think it is. Yeah, 5.5 hours we've been going for, so huge thank you, Rapid, for joining me. Huge thank you to all the people who've been watching. I know there was a couple of Americans that stayed up very late. Obviously, Jenna, huge thank you for all the subs you gifted to people as well. And a huge thank you to all the players for playing their games.
Almost all of the players. Some of you guys didn't, but it's okay. We'll forgive you this time around. Did you dye your hair, Kix?
No.
It looks excessively dark.
It's because it's... Okay, just pointing this out. It's like, okay, this doesn't work, but it's basically nighttime outside now, so... That's why.
Oh no, nighttime when you're broadcasting. Oh, imagine that.
Never done that before.
No. Well, thank you very much for having me back, Kix. It's good to have STPL back. I know everybody else might have doubted that you were ever going to bring it back, but ha! We laugh in their faces. And thank them for joining us for yet another wonderful evening of STPL.
Yeah, and we will see you guys on another day. I'm not sure if the next cast will be tomorrow or Tuesday. I need to figure that out. I will eventually get back to the normal schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but there's some stuff going on that I need to sort out in my personal life. But either way, see you guys next time. Oh, and I'll find someone to host. Let me find that quickly. I should have done that beforehand. But yeah. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed the show. Who is there online? There is DeWalt, Michael. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna host DeWalt then, because he's like the only person online that I know who they are. So, see you guys soon! Yeah, cheers man. I've put up the host now.
No problem. Sweet.
Have a good evening.
Now you just have to tweet out those results.
I do. I need to make sure.
What is it? What is the next time you're casting all this stuff?
It's probably Tuesday, because I think I need to visit my mum in hospital tomorrow, because I didn't go today. But,
okay.
Yeah, she's doing okay. She should be home soon, but they've got to... they're doing like some procedure tomorrow to help her dialysis, and then other than that, I think they're waiting for the antibiotics to wear out. Well, not wear out, but actually do their job. So it's all good. It's good to be casting again, and I mean, I've casted for 5.5 hours and it doesn't feel like it, so it's all good.
Yeah, no, I actually had a really fun time. It's good to be back.